Well, basically, overall, lots of broken things are everywhere there right now. But I'll give you a quick rundown. It's like 2:40 in the morning right now, but basically, King 6 fab poly mounts all the way around. Finally got that one. Didn't want to do that without the engine out of the car. Whole front end's been replaced on this car. I've got Dale's crap. Don't ever buy anything from Dale Webster. It broke. Try not to get too ranty here, but it did break on stock power, so don't ever buy anything from Dale. He doesn't know how to weld, apparently. But yeah, whole front end, steering rack, control arms, all that fun stuff. K-Sport coilovers. Got LED headlights. I don't know how well you can see that, but you know, all that kind of menial crap. And then that's a transmission I bought that was junk when I bought it. Ignore that. That's going to be the one I end up building because I have to take it apart now. But moving on to this, all this fun stuff. Never done AN fittings. I got a fire sleeve on this. It's actually braided stainless outer. As you can see here. But basically, just been worrying about, do I run it here? How do I run it? More than anything. Been kind of looking at all that. Little fittings and that all ordered finally. Would love to know why there's oil on that though. Anyway, gotta get this tied up out of the way. Got a Gates belt because why not at this point? Figured it was already out of the car. RX-7 FD fuel rail adapter, Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. These crap eBay headers that don't fit properly, so I have to use another shim and another gasket, basically, another flange and gasket. These were powder coated by, I think, Kramer Ward Collins, where I bought them on eBay from. New water pump, new tensioner stuff. Basically what happened on the old engine, the whole reason that this is now sitting here, is, you probably won't be able to see it too well, but I dropped a valve right there. Anyway, yeah, dropped a valve. Thing I've been waiting on, money to get it, is another transmission, because the thing that always happens to KLs happened yet again. I have a Transaver from Scott Bassinger, or I think it's from, no, I'm sorry, it's from Dale. That's right, I have it from Dale still. But anyway, that trans is not going back in my car. It leaked forever. I drove it for a year like that. Just refilled it every once in a while. What else? Another intake manifold I'll probably port at some point. A cut timing belt cover I'm just going to use to set timing. I'm not putting a cover back on. That's where my oil leak was from before and I didn't know. What else? Moving on inside the car. I know this is a really rough video. It's really spur of the moment. Didn't really plan anything out. Obviously got my Mega Squirt there. This is when I still didn't know what was wrong with the car, so I was diagnosing it. So I didn't know if it was Mega Squirt or what was causing my issues. But basically the cheapest gauges I could find at Pep Boys, and then an AEM. And beyond that, crappy base model probe seat from Tony. Because it was wintertime when I put it in and it was cold. I don't like leather in the cold. What else? I had to buy seals twice because I had put most everything on before I realized I dropped a valve. These are going to be for my pressure plate, since I have like a 12-pound flywheel, but the bolts are going to be, they're a little bit different size. And I already bought some from Home Depot. Again, I had them on there for about a year. This is going to be my oil feed line. I just kind of chucked it over here with my spare parts because I've been trying to figure out how to cut it nicely. Guess I'll just have to buy cutters. And then, what else? Yeah, you can see actually, this is how far I got with everything before I realized I dropped the valve. Got that far. I'm gonna edit some of this. I don't want this whole rant on here. Just too long. Down tube. Basically replaced every seal I could, short of, I think I didn't do cam seals, and I should have probably, but if they leak, I'll fix it. What else? I'm going to EGR block off with literally, that's a pop can I'm going to put on. Oh. And I had ordered this before the car broke, but it arrived when the car was broken. But, boom. With my 95 plus rear bumper, should be pretty good. Look pretty decent. I already got the newer tails on it. This is a 93. What else? There's so many parts, it's hard to filter it all through my head. Oh, broken apart G series. It's an MX6 transmission I blew up. It was a fun night. Got a new pilot bearing here. It was actually an extra. Oh, cool. Power's still on there. New pilot bearing. Got a new throw out somewhere. Here it is. New throw out bearing. So that's all going to go on the car when it goes back together. Do yourself a favor, don't buy one of these. They get really, really hot. These threads don't match up with the stock one at all. Yeah. Other axle. What else? Trying to think of other stuff. It's interesting. Basically all Felpro gaskets throughout. Short of like things like this. Just a copper gasket. Gonna move on inside real quick here. A lot of my good parts are in here still. Hey, puppy. Got a Mishimoto intercooler. I've got an IAT sensor thrown on. That's a wonderful thing. Just do that sometime if you have Mega Squirt. That's the best thing I've done, honestly. My Think knockoff HKS super sequential. Tile 38mm wastegate with an 8 psi spring. I might downgrade, do like a 4 psi so I can electronically boost control the thing a little lower. And what else? Oh yeah, Walbro 255 is in here. Ordered from Megasquirt's website. Somewhere or another I've got my electronic boost controller. I think it might be in here. Whatever. It's not that interesting to look at. It's really small. Various crappy gaskets I should probably not use, but I probably will for a little bit. That's about it. Yeah, it's taken lots of time and money so far. I've had the car for about 2 years now. I've just been acquiring parts by parts by parts. I don't make a lot of money. But yeah, hope you enjoy.